Time to make our picks. If you watch the picks podcast, you know, unless we've changed our minds. Have we changed our minds?
I haven't
since we
changed
did
mine.
It earlier in the
I
week?
haven't changed my mind. All right. Well, listen. A quick breakdown of the game once again. Of course, I think the Eagles are better in totality. Yes, but not so much by the fact that, like we've talked about all week, Mahomes, his ability to equal the playing field here, and it's a matchup league, like we always talk about, right, Mike? The Eagles pass rush. Well, they're playing a team that can pass protect as good as anybody in football, and a guy that's a magic man in the pocket. And so I think added on to, I feel like Steve Spagnuolo, the one thing he's going to do in this game on the defensive side for the Chiefs is just go, I'm not going to let the run game beat us. It's going to have to be Jalen Hurts throwing the football, all right? And I'm not saying he can't do that. I think that's the proper approach. But the run game, the Eagles steamrolling them, controlling the clock, that does worry me. I got to imagine that would worry Kansas City, and they're going to take that away. I also am worried, like we said, the Eagles, it's been so long since they played a real game, been tested, had to play for something, and the team they're playing is very used to this environment. I'm going Chiefs, 28-24.
For me, it all comes down to 15 in red.
Right.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
If he can beat Patrick Mahomes,
right,
they win this game.
Right.
We saw it 3 years ago, down 10 points with 7 minutes left. He was Patrick Mahomes. They won the game.
Right.
He found a way. 2 years ago, he couldn't beat Patrick Mahomes. The toe was just enough to allow Tampa Bay to get to him consistently with 4 men. And even though he tried as heroically as possible, making things happen,
he didn't have enough help around him.
He didn't have enough around him, especially on the offensive line.
Right.
He does this year. Will it matter with the Eagles' defense? I don't know. Can he run away from those guys?
Yeah.
Can he get rid of the ball before the walls close in? I think he can. There's a determination to him that I saw in the AFC Championship.
Right.
I think this whole Tom Brady thing is driving him. He wants to get to number 2. It's been too long for him to get to number 2. He had his chance 2 years ago. He's got to get to 2 this year. This is his time. This is his opportunity. Eagles are the better team. Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes. 27-24 is my pick. And if I'm wrong, I won't be surprised because the Eagles really are that team.
They are that team. Listen, there's a part of me that sits here and I'm scared and just go, wait, are they that good that they're just going to be able to play games like this all along? I don't, again, I think they're really damn good. And we're talking about an offensive line that's special, and some weapons outside. But this is a Chiefs team that's special too. We can't swipe that under the rug here. And they got some big people on both sides of the ball that I don't think that the Eagles are going to have their usual advantages we've seen them have over other teams where they can just go, wait, we can overpower you. We're going to run the ball and you still can't stop it. I don't think that'll be the case here. And then I'm with you as well. I'm expecting Mahomes, not 100, but close to it, being able to move, avoid pressure. Andy Reid, an ex-offensive line coach, as we talked about earlier in the week, they never really get fooled by the blitz, right? I think they're going to be on their P's and Q's there.
Blitz us. Go ahead.
And
Give us a matchup.
Blitz quarterback ever. So then I go, well, then maybe the Eagles will just rush 4 and play more coverage. But as you just hit on, they're more of a complete team this time around, the Kansas City Chiefs. Their run game, they have screens, right? So that's where I lean. But yeah, not one where I'm sitting here going, I want to bet $100,000 on it or anything like that.
Who would have dreamed without Tyreek Hill, they would have gotten there and they'd be in a position where we're both picking them to win. But that just shows you the level of confidence they have in their system, in their players. It all goes back.
And the number 1 offense.
And I hate to bring it back to a certain man who's currently sitting in solitary confinement somewhere with no light and no food and no water. I don't know. I assume they're feeding him.
I think it's after the Super Bowl.
But this is all about being locked in with your teammates, taking your own time, working when you otherwise aren't required to be working to get to know your players, like Andy Reid told you before the divisional round game, working with those guys away from the offseason program.
Down in Texas.
And comparing notes, passing along info. This is what this guy does well. This is what this guy does well. And it all adds up to what we've seen wire to wire. The Packers kicked it in a little bit too late to get in. If only Aaron Rodgers had been dialed in all along, my Super Bowl pick may have been right, Chiefs and Packers. So it's your fault, 12, that I'm not right about Chiefs and Packers.
Well, hey, we both had the Chiefs, so we both didn't think Tyreek Hill was going to affect them that much, right? I think we both realized that we both picked the Chiefs before the year. I had Chiefs 49ers. I thought the 49ers would beat the Eagles.
At least your team made the playoffs.
And I thought the 49ers would beat the Eagles in the NFC Championship game before the year.
All
but, yeah, really, this is going to be an awesome game, and I'm really excited for it.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.